Happy Friday, friends. Today I'm going to share with you another piece that reminds me of water, rain specifically, with a much tougher message. It's one I don't particularly like, and there's a good reason I'm not God because, well, I'll read it to you and we'll talk about it. So this comes from the Gospel of Matthew in the 5th chapter. You have heard it was said, you shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I say to you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, so that you may be children of your Father in heaven. Here's the part. For he makes his sun shine on the evil and the good, and sends rain on the righteous and unrighteous. For if you love those who do love you, what reward do you have? Do not even the tax collectors do the same? And if you greet only your brother and sisters, what more are you doing than others? Do not the Gentiles do the same? Be perfect, therefore, as your Father in heaven is perfect. God causes the rain to fall on the unjust and just alike. I'll be honest with you, sometimes I struggle with this. Sometimes I struggle with the idea that you can do the right thing and someone near you can be doing the wrong thing and the rain still falls on their field. That grace of God that falls just like rain does the same. And like it or not, people who in our book don't deserve it get God's grace too. Get that rain to fall on their crops as well as ours. And sometimes when there's a drought, even those who do everything right suffer through that same drought. It's a reminder to me that God's grace is beyond our comprehension. That water from heaven that nurtures life for everyone, for those who do what we're supposed to do, to live in love and peace, and for those who warmonger and hate. Some days I wish with my whole heart that God would just smite those people who don't think like I think and don't do what I want them to do. And then I'm thankful that I am not God. And I am thankful that God's grace is so far beyond what I can understand. Because that also means when I make mistakes, when I flub it, as often I do, God's grace is there for me too. That no one is beyond God's redemption. That no one is beyond God's grace, and no one is beyond the love of Christ. That's a gift, even when I don't like it to be one, for the people I don't want to get good stuff. The rain falls on the just and unjust alike. The life-giving waters come to us all, worthy or not, good or bad. God's grace is poured out for all of us, no matter what. And that, my friends, is good news. Have a fantastic weekend. See you soon.
And he walks with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own. And the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever